Well, good morning. I'm Karen, Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. For those of you who are new or have not seen me before, so I didn't do a reading yesterday. I got in a real rush. I tried, and I was not in a good reading space. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. Uh, so I didn't. And since I didn't do it yesterday, we're going to do our journey where what we are leaving behind from last week, but we're going to go into this week. So I thought like it'll be a little bit longer, but it will just combine two readings into one. And I'll do a second shuffle or use a different deck as we move forward. I think I'll do that. Use a different deck. So I'll use the Runik for the what we're leaving behind. I will use you know what? How often do I use the regular red or white? Let's do that. I have it sitting in front of me. I never do. We'll use that. It's called the Radiant Eyes. So we'll use this to read into next week, which will talk about each one of our areas of life for next week. I hope you all like this. I think it'll be good. I'll do that. Okay. It'll be interesting to see if there's, like what cards are the same because I'll leave them laid out. And just so you all know, I do personal readings. My link to my website is in the description below. It's getting to be summer. It's almost here. I'm kind of in a hot spot, I guess. I'm in Tennessee, so it's warm today. It was really warm yesterday. Anyway, let's get started here. Well, you know what? Let me take a second. Okay. Good morning. What do we need to know today? What we are leaving behind from last week. What we're looking forward to this week, please. 3 cards for what we're leaving behind. We have the Lovers, 2 of Wands, the Tower. Why? 5 of Pentacles. Okay. What is guiding us? 8 of Wands. That's kind of good energy. Challenge. Empress. What we don't see. Queen of Pentacles. I will tell you, those are kind of the same energy. Empress and Queen of Pentacles. And Destiny. Where is it taking us? 5 of Cups. Not too great. But, sometimes that's okay. It's very interesting, though. Very interesting energies. Let me take a second. So the bottom of the deck is the 6 of Swords. So I do feel like, there's this feeling of moving on and finding something better. So I think overall that's what's happening here is like looking for that something better. Like there's something that's, so with what you're leaving with the Lovers, 2 of Wands, Tower, I feel like there's been some kind of change with someone that's close to you or a partnership. There could have been a decision you needed to make, but I don't feel like I feel like more that you had a plan with the 2 of Wands, and that plan has changed. And it has to do with, I feel like this could be a relationship. Again, any kind. It could be a friendship. It could be a working relationship. It could be, yeah. So there was these plans, but something changed your plans. And now it's time to move away from those plans and move on to something different. Here's the thing: is the why is the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like there is this feeling of, I feel like it's almost feeling alone. So this Five of Pentacles, you have the person that's wounded sitting over by the tree, and then you have the guy walking away to go get help. Now there is someone going to get help, right? But I feel like it more feels like the reason why you feel like you need to move on is because you feel like you're not getting the help. You're not getting what you need. And that's why things are changing from this situation. So the situation again is Lovers, Two of Wands, Tower. So that's could be relationship, but more importantly, it's the plan that you put in place that has suddenly changed. Something changed your plans, and it wasn't up to you last week. So there was some kind of change that happened, and although you still feel like you weren't feeling like you were getting any help, so you need to. It's okay. You need to leave that behind. What's guiding you is the Eight of Wands. So there is some kind of travel, motivation, some kind of energy. There was some kind of message that's guiding you into something new this next week. I don't feel like the energy isn't great, but I don't think that that's a bad thing, and I'll talk about it in a second. But I feel like you're being guided. Okay, so either you got a message or there has been something that's taken you away. So this tower probably has to do with that. And it's made you go, well, screw it. I'm not doing this. I really feel like it's almost that kind of feeling like, oh, screw it, I'm not doing this. And keep in mind, this is just like weekly energy. This isn't like a big, oops, sorry. This isn't a big life thing. It's just, I don't think so. Just because of the feelings I'm getting. There is some, yeah, you know what? The challenge is that there's something that's feeling very unnurturing, and it's hard to get past, and I think that's the whole reason why you're moving forward. There's some big disappointments here, I will tell you. Like, there's something that really disappointed you last week, but it did have to do with something that you had in mind or were trying to accomplish. And being that this is the Empress and this is your challenge, what you don't see is the Queen of Pentacles. I almost feel like these are kind of like the same energies. Could be a person, but I think it's an energy. And I feel like what you don't see is, I feel like there was stability here, but there's something that made you just go, no. And the Tower, so a message came in last week that made you go, no, screw it. I'm not doing this. And it could be about a person. It could be about a business situation. It could be just about a decision that you were making, because the Lovers can be a decision. But it was something that you were planning, because the Two of Wands is all about planning, and you're putting that aside now. And I do feel like there is the challenge being the Empress. There's something you're trying to get. You're trying to feel nurtured. You're trying to fulfill something here, and that wasn't happening. So what you don't see is the Queen of Pentacles, which I feel like it is happening, but you're not seeing it yet. The problem is your destiny is Five of Cups, which is, really about, I want to read it in this deck, but it's really, about disappointment and losing something, but not seeing what you do have. So I feel like there's some big frustrations happening here, and you're like, like, I don't want to do this. The problem is that by the end of the week, it doesn't really give you anything more than what you had before, but that's okay. And I think that that's okay, because sometimes we have to be disappointed before we can really move forward too. Like, sometimes when we feel that disappointment, it's easier for us to move forward. So this is a long meaning. This card represents grief. Grief is a process. It's not something that can be felt and done with all in a matter of moments. Remaining present and focused on what is happening can help the flood of emotions. The figure on this card is Hel. She is the goddess of the Viking underworld that also shares her name. Odin gave her the domain Overhel, Hel. And she now determines the fate of souls here. In Hel's case, the longs for something better. Perhaps she desires unity with her whole self, to feel the warmth of the Asgard on her face and the love of her kin. When you are faced with this card, think about what is going on, what is weighing you down, what part of you have you lost, what better days do you wish, and how can you bridge these feelings? Well, that's an interesting take, isn't it? I love this deck. I like the book, I like the deck, I like everything. So I think that's the process here, is to process. What do you really want? Because you made plans, they didn't work out, you're frustrated. There was something that came in, a message that said, screw it. I don't feel like I'm getting any help. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. This is whatever situation that you made plans to work on, is you don't feel like it's going anywhere. So we're leaving that all behind. But what's happening by what it's bringing is a time to assess. Okay, this disappointed me. Now what? Now, what do I really have? Where can I really go? What can I really do? I think it's almost like this slap in the face. And I think that's what the Tower is too. And I don't mean it like in a bad way. I mean, sometimes we just need to be woken up and say, okay, this was not working. And why am I disappointed? And what else do I have? So I think it's kind of like that momentum. So whatever you're leaving is leaving you in a place, yes, of disappointment. But I'm glad I read that, because I do feel like it's about, yes, it's a disappointment, but it's giving you time to assess why you were disappointed. What can you do differently, and what do you really want? And I think that's what's going to bring us into next week. So, and I'm going to put this 6 of. So as we get into next week, we're going to look at, I'm going to rearrange here. We'll look at all of our life areas. Love, career, and a general, so we can kind of see maybe where these cards all lie. I'm using Radiant Wise Tarot, and this is just a standard Rider-Waite. I rarely use them, don't I? But sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good to go back to basics. We're going to take a look at, what you, I'm sorry, I got my little notes here. Love, career, and then a general 3 cards of each of those. Obstacles for the upcoming week, what you don't see, and strengths for the upcoming week. And then what to watch for, and of course outcome for it. Well, I'm not gonna necessarily do outcome, because we're gonna have 3 cards for each area, and that kind of gives me a past, present, future feeling. Okay, so this is for next week. As the week goes through, we've got to work on this. What do we really want? And so we're going to do 3 for our singles. Love, we've got 10 of Wands. Oh, these are not in a good place. 4 of Cups and King of Cups. We've got career, 6 of Cups. Lots of cups going on here. Now, career can be projects, any kind of work. 4 of Swords and Page of Cups. General, just in general. Queen of Swords. Emperor. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Obstacles. Tower. Strengths. 6 of Pentacles. What you don't see. Knight of Swords. What to look for. I'm not going to do a challenge, because your negative is your challenge. What to look for. Star. And then the best thing ever. Let's do that. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what that is. Oops, sorry. The bottom of the deck here is the King of Swords. So we do have some swords going on as far as in general. We have the Queen of Swords there too. So as far as love goes this next week, look for, there's some kind of lack of appreciation. I feel like the 10 of Wands is saying, we've worked really hard. You've worked really hard at something. And it is happening, and what you've worked for is coming to an end. But I feel like there's this feeling of you're not getting quite what you want out of this. And I feel like that could be related to our journey spread too. And then the King of Cups though does say there is something that's probably coming in later in the week that's going to kind of relax you and make you feel good. In a romantic, yes, it could be, but it's a relationship in general. The love is relationships, but I do feel like this could be something's going to make you feel good emotionally by the time the ending of the week comes. So overall, I feel like next week, as far as love and romance, yeah, there's something that you're working for. Yeah, there's something that's disappointed you. But in the end, by the middle of the week, end of the week, there is also something that comes in with that King of Cups energy of that will make you feel good. Don't know if it's a relationship or not. This is a real summarized version, but I do feel like it will make you feel good regardless. Your career, you have Six of Cups, Four of Swords, Page of Cups. There's something about the past that you are resting from. So there is a feeling or something from the past that reminds you in your career and projects, work, whatever, is you're kind of like taking this break. But there is going to be some kind of gift at the end of the week that, again, it's going to make you feel good. And it could be related with this King of Cups. So there could be something there that work and romance or work and relationships kind of combine. I feel like they could be similar energies here. But your career is going to be this week kind of, you're looking at, Six of Cups. Yeah, there's something that you have memories from the past that you've really got to get over. And I think that's what you're going to do with the Four of Swords in the middle of the week is say, you know what, I just I gotta stop thinking about the past and think about something from the future. And I think that's what that page is too. There's going to be an idea that comes in, someone comes in, gives you an idea. But whatever it is, I feel like all of these cards by the end of the week are going to make you feel good in all of the areas, love, work, and general, because we've got King, Page of Cups, King of Cups, and then the Nine of Pentacles. But overall, career, I feel like, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a, like a, shoot, I got to get over this, feeling of it's not going to be like it was in the past. It's just not. And then, so your general is Queen of Swords, Emperor, and Nine of Pentacles. So as an energy moves forward, the week overall starts with you really being very particular about what you want. And I think that also has to do with those plans that we talked about earlier. But there's going to be something that you're going to be going, like, you have your eye set on this Emperor. And I don't know if this is a partnership or if it's you having your eyes set on having some more control. But in the middle of the week, that Emperor tells me that you will feel more control. I don't think this is somebody. I think it's you feeling more in control in general over all of these things. And I kind of feel like that. It's funny because the love is the Four of Cups in the middle and your career is the Four of Swords in the middle. They both have court cups at the end. So I do feel like there is a feeling of rest, and then yes, things are going to be good. And I feel like that rest comes from that Emperor overall. That feeling of getting that control back. And then the Nine of Pentacles, feeling accomplished by the end of the week. So by the end of the week, you'll feel accomplished in general, whatever's going on in your life. It doesn't matter. Like, I think overall there is that feeling accomplished. Also with the best thing ever, that's going to play into that too. So our obstacle this week is the Tower. Something is changing here, or something has changed, and it's kind of thrown you off a little bit. And I think it all has to do, these all kind of combine, but whatever it is going to be something that you have to work through. Now, your strength is the Six of Pentacles, so there is some help out there. There is someone that's helping you, even though you don't feel like it with the Five of Pentacles from last week. You're going to get some help, and that you know that you are accomplished. And I think this Tower is going to kind of like shake you up a little bit. Absolutely. It will get in your way, but only temporary. And here's the thing is this is what to watch for. No, this is what we don't see is the Knight of Swords. And that's going to be the Tower. I feel like this energy is fast, chaotic, coming in really fast, and it's going to cause this Tower moment. So this could be a person, it could be a decision, it could be something that just overall changes things, and you're going to be like, "Oh my god," and it's going to change. And I feel like it is disruptive. It is disruptive, but I will tell you overall your cards are fine for the week, like going, um so the cool thing is your obstacle is the Tower. So let's go to what to watch for is the Star. And the Star is the after the Tower, right? We can't get to the Star moment without the Tower. So there has to be something that changes before we can really have the hope that we need to have. And I think this bodes into that Four of Cups feeling as well, and the Five of Cups at the end of the deck. This is the key here for the next week, is to look for what really is important to you, what your wishes and dreams and hopes really are, because it's going to be there. But I think that Tower is going to shake you up a little bit next week. And again, this is very current energy, so it could be a big tower, absolutely, but it could be just a small tower. Like one of those things that just gets in your way and is frustrating. But I think it's a little more than that, because when you have the Star following that, to me, that's like some real destiny happening, because in the tarot, the Star follows the Tower. So, and this is exactly what it's saying is, yeah, you may have a shakeup, but the Star's coming. So watch for that Star and know that it's there. Keep in mind too that, so the overall, the best thing ever is the World. And I want to go back to this Nine of Pentacles, right? Because this is our success card. And this is a success card too. But the best thing ever is that you are going to have an accomplished end. So whatever this Tower is going to end something. But when you look at it, when you see it through the Star's eyes, you're going to see that it's the best thing for you. It's this ending. It doesn't mean it's like an ending to anything, but it's this accomplished feeling that leads you into something better, because after the World, what happens? We go back to the Fool, and then the Fool starts us off something new. So just keep that in mind, like as the week's going, if you feel a little crumpled with that Tower moment, know that that Star is like right there, and watch for it though. That's something to look for, watch for. So when I do a reading, it's not going to be always apparent. It's something that you need to keep an eye on, because it's like the hidden, with that Knight of Swords. That's good to me. That's going to be the Tower. And it could be the accomplishment as well, or the Star, but I feel like it's more the Tower, because the Knight of Swords has some pretty chaotic feelings. And we've got the oh, look at that. We've got the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and then the Knight of Cups. So we've got King of Cups, Page of Cups. We've got the Knight of Cups here. We have the Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, King of Swords, King of Swords. This could be an energy. Well, I feel like there's going to be two feelings. There's going to be something that makes you feel really good, and then there's going to be something where that things get shaken up. But I feel like that's why you go into the Four of Swords. Whether that's a project or career or something, that's where the rest is. But anyway, that was a lot. I know that was a lot, but I wanted to get them both in, and then, move forward on our Mondays. But I think overall the coming week is good. I like what we're leaving behind overall too. And keep in mind, see that Five of Cups? I think that's going to be what leads us into all of these other things. I feel like the Five of Cups may have to do with your career, because we have the Six of Cups in the career projects, your work life coming in. So the Six of Cups comes after the Five of Cups. So this is the learning process. Then you have the healing. So I think that has to do with that. And I do feel like this Five of Cups, even though it's at the ending of a reading, is not a bad thing. It's a matter of, yes, we're disappointed, but yes, we need to figure it out and move forward. So, good stuff going on. I think next week's going to be a good week. I think there's going to be a hiccup. And we all have hiccups, right? I mean, but I think it's going to be a little bit more than a hiccup, but I think it'll be good because of that star. And we really need to watch for that star. And in general, you have, okay, what the best thing ever is the world for next week. And then the Nine of Pentacles is our, in general, I feel like is the ending of that, which says that there is success here and you will feel successful. And I like all of the cards in the ending of all of the groups. So overall, it will feel really good. It'll be a good week. I think in general, it'll be a good week. So there you have it. Combined. Never done that before. Okay. Well, take care and have a beautiful day.